So the month of December, this month and this month only, I'll be doing a special giveaway on the channel for you guys, a £20 gift card of your choice. If you want to be the winner or have your chance of being the winner, all you have to do to enter is leave a like on the video specified down below with this intro on, and comment down below that you've liked the video and also what gift card you'd like. Good luck. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name's Friendly Machine, and today, guys, I've got you a video covering everything that you can possibly imagine about the controversial topic of remastered CODs. The next one being in line to be remastered, which came out after Modern Warfare, COD 4 or whatever you want to call it, being World at War. So the question sparked up by a lot of people is, will other CODs be remastered? I know a lot of YouTubers, or your favourite YouTubers, or favourite Call of Duty YouTubers, or just big Call of Duty YouTubers have been making videos about other remastered CODs and how we may be seeing other remastered Call of Duties in the franchise alongside maybe the game, or just overall they may be remastering them and then bringing them out halfway through the yearly cycle of that Call of Duty's relevancy lifespan. Say for a fact, if Infinite Warfare was out for 6 months and then they bring out another remastered Call of Duty, a lot of people are saying it wouldn't be World at War because, let's face it, Infinity Ward developed Infinite Warfare and Raven Software worked on Modern Warfare Remastered, so why would that have any link whatsoever to Infinity Ward's yearly development cycle, and why would Treyarch go out of their way to work on another game when they've got 3 years to master another game? Well, I'm going to be telling you guys everything in this video, what I think about the remastered Call of Duties, what we'll be seeing out of them, and what Call of Duties will be seeing remastered. So if you drop a like on today's video, that's highly appreciated if you want to keep referring back to the video, as I believe just from starting this commentary now, it's going to be a long ass video because I've got a lot to say. I played all these old Call of Duties and all the nostalgia kind of comes back and I remember everything in precise detail, as well as other things to do, especially with World at War, which link into actual World War II events that happened in real life and the relation of those to the game. So if you could drop a like in the video now, that would be highly appreciated. And if you want to enter the gift card giveaway given away on Christmas Day of 2016, whenever you're watching this, if it's after then sorry, it's already been given out. All you have to do is leave a like in the video down below and comment what gift card you'd like. It's going to be a £20 gift card of your choice. Whatever money-wise can be put on a card, then I can give that to you guys. So however many videos you like on the channel with this intro on that's been on the start of this video will higher your chances of winning the giveaway. And enough about that, I just wanted to make it clear of how you guys could enter the giveaway if you were interested at the start of the video. So the first things I want to mention is why remastered COD is a good idea at least once a year up until the point of where I believe it should stop. Say for a fact it's a bad COD that comes up, or just generally it's not one that people need to see remastered. So if we went all the way up to Ghosts on PS4, it's already on PS4, so why would it need to be remastered, if you get what I mean? So the first thing is about remastered Call of Duty games. They've done a spectacular job, Raven Software, with the Modern Warfare Remastered, as I believe the games overall that are remastered to be evergreen Call of Duties. There's always going to be people playing and grinding out that game, Modern Warfare Remastered, that Raven Software developed, because not only have they added in a lot of things to go for despite keeping the nostalgia effect, there is 20 prestiges and then 1000 ranks on top of that once you're 20th prestige, so there's a lot to go for. And to be honest, a lot of people loved COD 4 for its simplicity, so at the end of the day you've got a lot of casual players coming back out of the shadows of the community because we've had so many futuristic Call of Duties rather than ones based on actual events, which is crazy for a war kind of genre game franchise or whatever you want to call it, and they're going to be grinding out the game. And however many people make it to 20th level 1000, I don't know, but I'm guessing not all the average players, and Raven Software know this, so it continues people or makes them want to continue to play the game over and over again because it's never going to get boring, as they're not going to stay on one rank. Even if that was the case and there was only 10 prestiges, 55 ranks, I definitely think it's an evergreen Call of Duty still, because it was the first Call of Duty to really make it in the multiplayer scene. And I definitely think right now, with all these futuristic Call of Duties and the demand that we've gone so far into the future, we need to bring it back to the basics, which is exactly what World at War is. And I don't think it would be a thing in 2017, I definitely think it would be a thing in 2018, World at War Remastered, because that would be the 10-year anniversary since World at War originally came out on November the 11th in 2008, and I definitely think it's a good thing that they won't be making a remastered COD every year if they do it like this and bring the next one out in 2018, because it's not like pushing too much in our face. I know a lot of people play the newest Call of Duty simply because they've never played it before and it's the newest Call of Duty game and the newest title and it's the newest promoted thing, as we've already seen promotions and marketing and everything on YouTube for Call of Duty 4. It doesn't necessarily mean, by all means, me saying that it's already all been done because there's new features that Modern Warfare Remastered has that Call of Duty 4 doesn't. It just simply means that there's a lot of similarities to what it usually was, and a lot of people may like that, a lot of people maybe don't, but I'm just saying there's other people that follow the franchise in terms of its direction of where it wants to go now, rather than backtracking and making a game or remastering a game that's already been out, which is, I guess, what you could call the bandwagon of Call of Duty, which is mainly like 12-year-olds and stuff, not to be stereotypical, but that's just my opinion. And the marketing scheme for actually making them people play the older Call of Duties if they are 12 years old is the fact that they will have not been old enough, or most of them won't have had an interest in Call of Duty by like the age of 6 or 5 or something like that, so they've never played these Call of Duties and it's completely new and graphically reimagined for them. And then the older players have something that they really want to actually go on and redo everything on and have a community based around, because it's popular again, it's in the limelight of Call of Duty and in the gaming community overall, a Call of Duty that's been remastered. So then you've got people who've already been experiencing this and people who haven't experienced it enjoying it at the same time. And because of this, the main reason I want to conclude about the statement I made why there'll only be a remastered COD every 2 years is because of the fact they'll be adding more ranks to make the game seem evergreen, more features, and that will entail people playing these games more over a longer duration of time. And this will not only have people playing Call of Duty more, but I believe it will heighten their reputation in terms of the gaming franchise of Call of Duty and the developers within the gaming community once again, because it's kind of being tarnished right now with all these futuristic CODs, especially with Infinite Warfare, because it's futuristic but it's not been too innovative in the sense of actually going out of its way and creating new things that we've never seen before. We've seen rigs, combat rigs, which were specialists. We've also seen other things like the Black Ops 3 movement system that is in Infinite Warfare, so there's only really a new engine, new maps, new guns and new variants, but we've already seen variants from Advanced Warfare. I don't want to go into too much detail on that, but that's just definitely what I think. So these evergreen Call of Duties alongside the actual ones that we're seeing every year would heighten the expectation overall of people for Call of Duty, and then they would end up, if they put them in like Legacy Edition bundles, to buy the newer Call of Duty more often. And I definitely think if they knew, the people, that this was going to be happening, the public or the gaming community overall, that a Call of Duty was going to be remastered every 2 years, that Call of Duty would be more successful, especially with these ones that are nostalgic like World at War, COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, but where does it stop? Personally, in my opinion, I think they should remaster all the way up until Black Ops 2. Why? Because they were all the Call of Duties that were primarily only on the last gen consoles, PS3 and Xbox 360. And also Nintendo Wii, but I mean, I'm not even going to go there because in my opinion, it just... it's trash. The Nintendo Wii's trash for COD, but also the fact of being, well, if you don't want futuristic Call of Duties, you're going to remaster one, because, let alone, we're not in 2025 yet where Black Ops 2 was set. However, I believe people thoroughly enjoyed that game because it was the first Call of Duty to go in the future, uncharted waters of the franchise where we'd never seen before, and they did not stray away too far from what we know within Call of Duty, e.g. the movement system, or just generally how the maps play, or the game modes, or the score streaks, or whatever. It was a very successful Call of Duty, undeniably, for every part of the community. Trick shotters, quick scopers, pub stompers, and just general casual players or MLG competitive players. And that right there is only highlighting the multiplayer community. There's a whole zombies community out there that want a lot of the Black Ops 2 maps remastered in itself on one disc. So you've got people who also want the multiplayer up until the point of Black Ops 2 in the franchise, because Ghost kind of dipped the reputation, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinions, due to the dull colours and just generally the direction of the game overall going further into the future from Black Ops 2, where it was unnecessary. And due to going further into the future since that point on, where we had CODs like Advanced Warfare straight after Ghosts, where it was drastically into the future, a new movement system, and overall a new matchmaking system which completely screwed over Call of Duty in my opinion, it sparks up the question, are we ready to go back that far into a World War time, or will it do well in this day's market, a World War II style of Call of Duty or game at a success rate? Well, you can just look at Battlefield 1, that's set in World War 1. So, I mean, that's very successful. I definitely think we're ready to go back in terms of going forward anymore, to remind people, not only who didn't play the franchise or Call of Duty overall back then, that we had a good ground or good starting point. Because think about it, World at War was an iconic Call of Duty, not only in terms of having mainly assault rifles based around semi-automatic, where the only fully auto one was the STG-44, as at that time it was realistic. They had a lot of realistic things to do with the maps of multiplayer, say for a fact CeeLo, links to the Battle of Seelow, and Dome is the Reichstag in Berlin. So it's very, very well linked to actual real life events, and the campaign overall they did an excellent job on, and it's the very pinpoint and pinnacle for the start of zombies within Call of Duty, which ultimately started it all. And I definitely think a lot of people going around trying all these Easter eggs now and all this other stuff that's been added into the games, like Apothecary Servants and Buildables, need to be reminded that Call of Duty Zombies, ultimately when it boils down to it, was a very good thing because it was simple, enjoyable, anybody could play it, and there wasn't too much for you to do. It just depended on how you used what you could get and how you survived. It wasn't anything to do with Easter eggs, it wasn't anything to do with having certain gobblegums or paying to win. It was just simple, and a lot of people loved it because there was that competitiveness right there, instead of getting round robins from COD points by buying them and then getting the Liquid Divinium and getting to round 255 within an hour with everybody popping round robins over and over again, as that's the cap in Call of Duty Zombies, at least in Revelations anyways, I know, because I've seen people do that in 4-man parties, just pop round robin over and over again and get to around 255 and it doesn't go up past that point. But overall, I think even with these Easter eggs in the game, a lot of people say, well, there weren't these big Easter eggs in the game back then. What hype will there be? Well, with a remastered COD, it's not identical, so they could go into these maps and they could hide little things like scraps of paper, ciphers and everything that we have not seen before in a remastered World at War that was not in World at War to start with in 2008 when it actually originally came out, as at the time, these were big Easter eggs. These were big things that a lot of people, the community itself, was brought together for, to try and solve what these pieces of paper meant or why they were in the game when you clicked a particular button and a piece of paper like dropped out of a rock or something or floated up from a rock or whatever. It was just something that strayed us away from what was already enjoyable in the game, and with a little bit more enjoyment and mystery behind it, rather than having the main enjoyment of the map being to do these Easter eggs and everything in order to actually survive to a high round, staying in one round for ages, getting loads of steps done. And that's definitely why I think we need a World at War Remastered, people. 2018. Comment down in the comment section if you got this far into the video. Hashtag World at War Remastered 2018, as I think this would be the perfect year for World at War Remastered. Let me know if you want more videos like this speculating on the remastered Call of Duty, depending on one's past this. Say for a fact Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, I'll be willing to do that and break down everything upon my knowledge and other people's that I've gathered upon when I think this should be remastered and why it would be a good idea to bring it back into the franchise at this point. So thank you all for watching again. I love all your faces. Slap a like in the video down below if you enjoyed, and peace out.